Assalamualaikum students, Ma'am Fatma here with the first lecture of SST of class 6. Today I am going to deliver a lecture from Geography section, chapter number 1, Our Country in the World. First of all, we should know what is meant by geography. Geography is the study of physical features of Earth and its environment. Before starting our chapter, we should know some of the geographical terms. On page number 6, open your page number 6. Here are some geographical terms. On page number 6, the first one is mountains, second, hills, third, plateaus, fourth, plains, fifth, deserts, sixth, lakes, seven, rivers, eight, estuary. Number 6, I am going to mark you a definition of some geographical terms. You have to learn these definitions today. Number 1, mountains. Mountains, these are the highest lands. Mountains are above 2000 to 3000 meter. You have to learn only these lines. These are the highest lands. Mountains are usually above 2000 to 3000 meter. The next definition is of hills. These are the lands above sea level but not as high as mountains. Just learn till here. These are the lands above sea level but not high as mountains. Plateaus. These are areas of flat land well above sea level. Come on page number 7. The next term on page number 7 is plain. These are areas of flat land at lower level. The plains are important as this is where most farming takes place. Deserts. These are areas where nothing or only tough plants can grow. Hot desert where temperature is very high during the day. Cold deserts where the climate is too cold for vegetation. Next definition, lakes. These are the inland seas completely surrounded by land. You can see in the picture. Also, you can understand by seeing this picture of lakes. Rivers. This is a flowing or moving water. The water in rivers is fresh. Mark the definition of rivers. This is flowing or moving water. The water in the river is fresh. See the picture also. Open page number 8. There are two definitions on page number 8. The first one is estuary. Estuary, this is where important rivers enter the sea. That is, salty water mixes with fresh water. Last definition is delta. Mark it. When a river enters the sea, it breaks into many small rivers or channels in a V shape. Learn till here V shape. When a river enters the sea, it breaks into many small rivers or channels in a V shape. Dear student, this is all about the first lecture of SST of class 6. Learn all these geographical terms and their definitions from book page number 6, 7 and 8. God bless you. Have a nice day. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. 6th class students, Ma'am Fatma here with second lecture of SST of page number 1 and 2, chapter number 1, Our Country in the World. Dear students, open page number 1. You can find this map on page number 1. This map shows the countries of Europe. This is Europe. Asia. This is Asia. And Africa. This is Africa. If you see, this is Pakistan, and Pakistan is located in the continent of Asia. If you see the location of Pakistan, Pakistan is located as a link between the Islamic bloc to the west and north and South Asian countries to the east. Also note the location of Saudi Arabia in relation to the Islamic countries around it. What does this explain about the spread of Islam? Dear students, Arabia, you can see Arabia is located almost in the center of Islamic countries. Thus, Islam is gradually spread to the neighboring countries and was taken further east towards Indonesia by Muslim traders. Here is Indonesia and Malaysia. Dear students, turn the page of your book. Page number 2. At the top of this page, page number 2, you can find this map of the subcontinent. This is subcontinent. Pakistan and India are combinedly called subcontinent. Sub is a Latin word meaning a smaller part or a lesser. The subcontinent is largely shut off from the rest of Asia by desert in the west. In the west of subcontinent, there are deserts which shut the door to the rest of Asia. And by the Hindu Kush, Himalayas and Karakoram mountains in the northwest and north. Pakistan is situated in the northwest of the subcontinent. All through history, very important travel routes pass through it because of the passes through the mountains. We have already talked about mountains of Karakoram, Himalaya and Hindu Kush. What are passes? It is a route through a mountain range or over a ridge made to travel across the mountain. Passes का मतलब है पहाड़ों के दरमियान जो रास्ता बनाया जाता है उसे पास कहते हैं. In the west of subcontinent, Khyber and Bolan Pass led to Afghanistan and on to the Iran, Central Asian countries and even to Europe. In the north of subcontinent, there is Khunjerab Pass, which is 4,700 meters high, leads to China. On page number 2, you can see this map of South Asian countries at the bottom of page number 2. You can see the neighboring countries and the South Asian countries in alphabetical order. The South Asian countries include Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, the Maldives Island, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Also learn the information box. Here are some interesting statistics about South Asia. Here in this information box, they give you the areas of South Asian countries. You have to learn this information box. Bangladesh, the area of Bangladesh is 144 square kilometer. Bhutan 47 square kilometer. India 3288 square kilometer. Maldives 0.3. Nepal 147. Pakistan 796 and Sri Lanka 66 square kilometer. Assalamu alaikum dear students, 6th class. Open page number 3. You can find this map at the top of page number 3. This is a relief map of subcontinent. I highlighted subcontinent with pointer. As I told you, sub is a Latin word meaning a smaller part of or lesser. Sub also means under or below in physical sense. Why do you think the Indian subcontinent is called this? That is subcontinent? It is because it is the smaller part of the continent of Asia. Subcontinent thus means this is a part of Asia which is located below the Asian continent on the map. A relief map shows usually by means of different colors. You can see in the key by different colors the height of the land above sea level. You can see this key of the relief map of subcontinent. You can see here are some colors which are showing the height of a land and the sea depth. Relief map also shows rivers, River Indus and Ganges you can see in the map, and other geographical features like plains, deserts, mountains, etc. Physical features include mountains, desert, plain areas, rivers, lakes, etc. You can see the northern part of the subcontinent are very high, up to 9,000 meters. You can see from the map the white color shows the height of a land above 9,000 meters. Land below 300 meters is colored green. You can see this green portion is below 300 meters, and this is usually the most fertile area because there is a plenty of water for crops. These areas you can see Indus and Ganges valleys have green portion, which shows there is a plenty of water for crops. You can see in the map some green portion with brown dots, which are also below 300 meters in height, but these brown dots shows that these are deserts, desertic areas. Deserts are also colored green because they are also usually below 300 meters in height, but they have brown dots to show that they are of no use of farming. That is, in desert there is no agriculture. Only the river valleys, the green portion, are very fertile for agriculture, for growing any kind of crop. Most of the water in the northern part of the subcontinent comes from the two great rivers, Ganges, which is locally called Ganga, and Indus, Darya-e Sindh. The Indus in the Pakistan and Ganges in the India. The valley of the river Ganges is the most fertile part of India. This is India. And most of the farming of India takes place in this valley of Ganges. It is a low-lying area and there is a plenty of water for irrigation in the valleys of Ganges and Indus in Pakistan. The river Ganges enters to the Sea of Bay of Bengal through a huge delta in Bangladesh. Dear student, turn your page number 4. You can find this map, this relief map of Pakistan on page number 4. As I told you, a relief map shows the height of a land through colors. You can see the key, the colors and the height are showing in this map. And this symbol shows the direction on a map. You can see that the parts of the north are very high indeed. These are usually colored white. You can see the height, the most heighted areas are shown with white color. And this is the north of Pakistan, which is shown with white color. And this white color shows that the most of the year they are covered with snow. You can also see a large part of the country are desert. This yellow color is showing the desertic areas of Pakistan. In fact, only about 1/3 of Pakistan is suitable for farming. You can see this green area is a Indus Valley area where Indus River flows, and this is the most fertile area of Pakistan, Punjab and Sindh. And about 1/3 of Pakistan is suitable for farming and most of that needs irrigation. Much of north and west of Pakistan consist of very high mountains. North and west part of Pakistan. There are lower but very dry mountain ranges in Balochistan, in the west and southwest of Balochistan. And in these valleys, most of the people grows fruits such as apples, grapes, oranges, apricot. The western area of Pakistan is fairly high, which gets very little rainfall, so it is colored yellow. It is not a fertile part of Pakistan, and it is of little use for crop farming. People mostly here often have herds of sheep and goats, and in the drier season have traveled to the long distance to find food for their animals. In the south are deserts of Sindh and Balochistan. The Thar Desert, which extends far into India, and Thar deserts in the Indus Valley. This is Thar Desert. To the north of both Pakistan and India are the mountain ranges of Himalaya here, Karakoram in the north, and Hindu Kush in the northwest. The highest point is Mountain Everest in Nepal, which is 8,848 meters high and is actually growing several centimeters a year because the earth crust is still moving. The most important agriculture areas of Pakistan are in the Indus Valley. This is Indus Valley. More than 3/4 of the population of the country lives in Punjab. This is the area of Punjab, where the 3/4 of population of Pakistan live, which is about 55% of the total population of the country. And Sindh, this is Sindh, 30% of the total population of Pakistan live in the Sindh. Almost 80% of this region is irrigated by well-developed canal system that uses water from the river Indus and its tributaries. This area has always been very fertile, producing the bulk of agriculture produce in Pakistan in the area of Indus Valley, that is in Punjab and in Sindh. Dear students, the question number 1 book reading question is name neighboring countries of Pakistan. The answer is on page number 2. The first map, China, India, Iran and Afghanistan are the neighboring countries of Pakistan. Question number 2 book reading question. Write the name of South Asian countries. Answer is on page number 2. Last paragraph, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, the Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. This is the answer of question number 2 book reading. Come on page number 3. The third book reading question is define relief map. The answer is a relief map shows usually by means of different colors the height of the land above sea level. It also shows rivers, lakes and other geographical features. This is the answer of question number 3 book reading question. Dear student, learn all these questions in a week and also geographical terms as I told you on from page number 6 to 8. As I underline you in a first lecture, learn these geographical terms from 6 to 8 and learn these 3 book reading questions. Okay students, have a nice day. Allah Hafiz. The fourth book reading question is write the names of mountain passes located in Pakistan. The answer is on page number 2. Khyber and Bolan passes led to Afghanistan and on to Iran, Central Asia and even Europe. In the north, the High Punjaram Pass, 4700 meters, leads to China. The question number 5th book reading question is name 2 major rivers in the subcontinent. Answer is on page number 3. The Indus and the Ganges. Question number 6 book reading question is on page number 5. Question is name the greatest ranges of subcontinent. Answer is on page number 5. These are the Himalayas in the east which merge into the Karakoram and Hindu Kush ranges in the west. This is the answer of question number 6 book reading question. Mark the blanks of this chapter. Open page number 3. The first blank is the valley of river Ganges is the most fertile part of India. River Ganges and India is a answer. On page number 3 information box, second blank, sub is a Latin word meaning a smaller part or a lesser. Lesser and smaller part is the answer. Turn your page. Page number 4. The third blank is about 1/3 of Pakistan is suitable for farming. 1/3 is answer of blank number 3. Blank number 4 is much of the northwest of Pakistan consists of very high mountains. North and west are answer. Fifth blank is there are lower but very dry mountain ranges in the west and southwest in Balochistan. Balochistan is answer of blank number 5. Come on page number 5. Sixth blank is the highest point is Mount Everest in Nepal. Mount Everest and Nepal is answer. It is 8,840 meters high. 8,840 meter is answer of blank number 6. Blank number 7. The most important agriculture areas of Pakistan are in the Indus Valley. More than 3/4 Indus Valley. Indus Valley answer of blank number 7. Blank number 8. More than 3/4 of the population of the country live in the province of Punjab, 55% and Sindh 30%. 3/4, 55% and 30% is answer of blank number 8. This is all about the blank and book reading question of Chapter number 1. Assalamu alaikum students, I am Fatma here with the 5th lecture of grade 6 SST. Chapter number 1, our country in the world. Exercise question, page number 8. Question number 1A is, where are the most Islamic countries located and why are they in this part of the world? There are two parts of this question. Where are the most Islamic countries located? Number 1, and why are this in this part of the world? 2. First part answer is, most of Islamic countries are in Middle East, Southern Asia, Northern Africa. The home of Islam is Saudi Arabia, as we know very well, so it is spread outwards from here. All above Islamic countries are mostly located around Saudi Arabia. You can easily understand the answer of question number 1A from this map. Here is a Saudi Arabia. You can see this is Middle East, this is Northern Africa, and this is Southern Asia. And you can see all these countries, that is Northern Africa, Middle East countries and Southern Asia, are located around Saudi Arabia. The answer of question number 1B, the question is, in which part of the world are there no Islamic countries? Answer is, there are no Islamic countries in America, Europe except Albania. Albania is a Muslim country in Europe, and Australia. Question number 2, in which parts of Pakistan are deserts located? Answer is, in Pakistan, hot deserts are located in the east and southeast, in the center and in the west, and cold deserts are found in north. You can easily find the deserts of Pakistan from this map of Pakistan. As I told you, north is above, south is downward, at the right hand east, and at the left hand west. If we see the map, the southeastern part of Pakistan, Thar Desert, eastern part, that is Thar Desert in Punjab, in the center Thar Desert, and in the west Haran Desert. Thar Desert in southeast, in the east Cholistan Desert in Punjab, in the center Thal Desert in Punjab, and in the west Haran Desert in Balochistan. Question number 3 is, why do you think does Punjab has highest population in the country? Population means number of people living in an area. Answer is, it is generally the most fertile and has very well developed canal system supplying water for agriculture, which is the main occupation of the people. So the Punjab have highest population in the country. From page number 8 we have done question number 1, 2 and 3. We will not do question number 4 and 5 because these are activities.